Well guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Greece, and that's been a pretty stressful week for someone.
I've done a whole month's worth of hours in 1 week. Boy, have I been working hard.
Yeah, we just decided, because of the temperatures this past week, it actually got up to the low 40s, so we really wanted to be somewhere that was nice and shady and
have all the doors open for airflow and somewhere we could go and dip when we got too hot.
So that's basically just a week spent, well pretty much a week spent at that campsite, camping
Castrani.
Castriki. Oh, much better, much better. So Nicola has a habit of going to the little shop on the campsite to get some water. And fair play, she comes back with water, but she also comes back with other stuff.
Hang on a minute. Who said to me, oh, maybe you could bring back a little, and did the wavy finger thing?
I meant cold water. Apple puff. Time for a puff, I think.
Every day you get something on you, but that takes a biscuit or takes the puff.
I find it quite nice that Nicola decided to do the washing for the whole campsite this morning. And yeah, it's double lined as well. Turns out we haven't done laundry in a very long time.
I like doing washing.
So Nicola has me out on a bread hunt and a fruit hunt, basically a food hunt. But first up, coffee and a bit of work.
So right next to our campsite there's an archaeological site, ancient Asini. It's only €3 to get in, and even though it's close to 40 degrees today, because it's our last day here and being a goat, I've decided I have to go. So I'm just on my way there now. I'm hoping it's quite small and doesn't take me too long, because I don't want to be out in this heat too long. So I think I just interrupted the woman on the kiosk watching TV. This was excavated by the Swedish in 1920s, but then apparently a lot of it was destroyed by the Italian soldiers in World War II. So there would have been a lot more of it left. Anyway, I'm not sure what's here. I think there's a little church here and some walls and ruins and things. But it dates back to 6,500 BC, I believe, so it's really actually quite old. Anyway, enough of the boring info. Let's go and have a look. So far, pretty disappointing. There's nothing really here. A few stones here and there, a couple of boards. The views up here are pretty nice, and I'm not sure how well you'll see this, but this is the beach we're staying at. Our campsite is to the left of this beach when I show you, and the water and the reef and everything up here you can see really well. Our campsite is here. Areas here where you've got the round bits when we used to make wine. They were called press installations. So there you go, that's all I have. So these 5 islands out here, you've got 2 here, and then you've got 3 over here, are all uninhabited. But apparently they did used to be refuges. Whenever this bit of land was invaded, the people would go out to the islands and hide there. And they were also used as naval bases in the war. Boy, is it hot. And yeah, I'm the only one here. And I've got lost. It's a tiny site and I can't find my way. I think I'm nearing the end. Not me personally, hopefully the end of this site. Onwards. Take it back. This gets more interesting. There is a World War II exhibition here in a cave. Woohoo! So this shows the destruction of the site. So this was before the war. You can see the ancient site. This was after the war. Basically, the Italian soldiers just demolished everything. So this is me coming to the end now. Just walking back towards the entrance. Was it worth it? If you'd asked me when I started off in the first 20 minutes or so, I'd say no. But the World War II exhibition was really interesting actually, and quite moving. You get some stunning views, and there's odd bits and pieces here and there to see, and there's a few signs to read. €3, you know, you can't really go wrong for that. Could it have been free? Yeah, potentially, but I've kind of enjoyed it, and I've been here in an hour, which is a lot longer than I thought it'd be. Don't come out of your way to come here, but if you're here already, do it, give it a go.
And after a hard week of work in the heat,
yeah, that's the thing, it's been very hot.
We're going to treat ourselves to a little bit of dinner. This one here has done over 30 hours of pretty intense work actually, probably the toughest job you've done in a good time.
Oh, in years and years, it was really tough.
And she did a good job as well. So we're going to treat ourselves to a meal out last night on the campsite, and thankfully the temperatures are starting to come down now. Just the, you know, low 30s to contend with.
Yum. I'm not sure now about the hat. Oh, look at these ones. No. No. That looks like a deck chair.
And that was just outside Tolo. Nice enough campsite, but thankfully there wasn't too much going on because, yeah, this one here especially, just way too much work. But hopefully that's coming to an end now. We've left the campsite this morning and it's back out doing a little bit of exploration. And we've driven about an hour south from the campsite and we've come to visit...
I don't know how you say it, Dima Caves or Dima Caves or something like that.
And basically it's quite unique because it's in this area. There's apparently a lot of little churches that have been built into the caves, but this one's quite unique. Well, actually, let's show you why it's quite unique, especially how you get to it. Ladies first.
As usual.
Yeah, so to enter this little church, you go down this quite interesting little walkway.
Mind your head.
Mind your head, please. And then you come out the other side into this huge crater.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, this is one of the little churches built right into the side of the cave. That's pretty cool.
Just trying to fathom out why there's a toilet roll there.
Someone has offered up an offering to the god of evacuations. I love how you got to it as well through the little tunnel. It's lovely and cool in here as well because it's boiling out there. You'll probably hear us talking about the heat quite a lot today. Wow. Very impressive indeed. Let's see how far we can actually maybe walk around the circumference of the crater. Yeah, it looks like there's another one down here as well. Pretty damn cool. Maybe that's why there's so much religion in Greece, because people come here to stay cool. Yeah, there seems to be lots of like offerings of different things, including another toilet roll.
Toilet roll is precious in our van.
It is, yeah. I can see her eyeing that up. Do not steal a toilet roll from a place of worship. That would be very bad karma. Very bad karma indeed. What you doing?
The handle came off. Let's go.
The remains of something maybe? I'm not sure. There's a bunch of other little caves sort of kicking around as well. You can just see over here, you probably won't be able to make it out, but the little tunnel that we came down through.
Alright, that's a pretty big spider there somewhere.
Moving swiftly on. Oh, look where you've brought us.
Yeah, we're good.
Haven't got a Scooby-Doo what caused the crater. Barely know its name, as usual. Completely underprepared. Don't come here looking for factual information. Come here for images of us tripping over each other and talking about toilets.
There is wildlife here though, as we've seen. I reckon they're all down there now, though.
Oh, and it looks like we have made it back to the first little church. Bit of a hike up. Where's the goat heading off to now?
I think I found the toilet.
Oh, back through the tunnels we go. So we have driven on about 15-20 minutes. Quite funny actually, we were just commenting on the fact that the road looked like it needed repair. And next thing we came across laying fresh tar, and of course the last thing you want to do is drive over hot tar, so we were weaving our way in and out. But we brought ourselves down to Franti Caves, and we're not going to stay here tonight, but this would be an absolutely incredible place to stay. You've got plenty of places to park in for shade, you've got lovely ocean. Geez, look, you've even got some deck chairs to sit out in. But yeah, we're off to Franti Cave. It's about a 25-minute walk from the park up. Let's go. It's almost as good as a multi-layered breakfast. Huge information boards. You may be here a while. Goodness me. That's blooming impressive. This is right up Nicholas Street. If there's something she likes almost as much as ancient ruins, it's things like this. And this is very impressive.
Just quickly, apparently the shoreline was 7 kilometres away from where it is now. 7 kilometres, that's incredible.
Global warming.
Oh, this is cool.
Very cool indeed.
Oh my word. So a skeleton was found 7.5 metres below the current ground surface. One of the best preserved Mesolithic human burials in Greece. They reckon it was a 25-year-old male who had received fatal blows to the head. And he was buried without any offering, so I presume he was maybe murdered or was a bad person and executed, or I don't know.
Didn't get his wife enough bread.
But he didn't have any offering, so he wasn't obviously allowed to go to the other side with anything.
Yeah.
They were harsh in those days.
They were indeed.
Yeah, maybe he just stole bread because he was hungry. Like I am.
Has been known.
I've never stolen bread.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Is this all we can afford now? We live in a van.
This is it, yeah.
Yeah, apparently there was freshwater springs in the area as well, so they would have had fresh water. But even in the 1800s, they would house goats and sheep here over the winter months, and a couple of people would live with them. So that would have been a tough job then. I think this is the most information I've ever known about any site I've visited.
And we got the abridged version. Very impressive.
Doesn't take you long to go round it, but it's good to see. Yep. Of course, it's free. We like free.
We love free because then we can spend all the money that we save on bread and yogurt.
Talking of which, we've got no food for lunch, which is a shame.
We really should have went shopping beforehand because this would have been a really good place to stay because it's already getting, it's only 20 past 11 now. Already getting late in the day. You see a body of water and you're like, oh, I just want to stay here. But I think what we'll do is we'll go back to the van and start to make our way back north again. Yeah, 2 nice little sights to come and see on a Saturday morning.
It was about a 15-minute walk from Lampiagani Beach. I think maybe that's how you say it. Some of it's just gravel path, some of it's boulders, so probably wear walking shoes if you're thinking of coming, make it a bit easier.
Right.
Right.
Back to the van and onward. Nicola, I thought we were heading on to the next tourist site.
We have no food.
So I'm like, well, find somewhere to pick up some lunch, thinking she would find a little and we'll go in and get a little roll or something.
In my defence,
Oh, here we go.
there was pies on the menu, so I thought I'd get just a little slice of pie. But then you get here, it's beautiful, and they have such a nice menu.
So we're going for a rooster stew and wild boar burger. Whoa, way too much food. Way
Far
too much food.
Yeah.
And very rich as well.
Yeah. Lovely setting, and it had brilliant reviews, but I don't think The setting was better than the food, although it's going to do us 2 meals, potentially 3, the size of it. Oh.
Right, onward to the next sleeping spot.
Well, I think we need to walk off this food.
Oof. Well, better walk there then. Well, we managed to avoid falling into a food coma, but it was a close call. So we have now made it to
the ancient theatre of Epidaurus.
For some reason, all week I've been calling it Epicurious.
Yeah, it's been annoying me all week as well. Anyway, can we get going? I'm too hot already.
Yeah, worst. We said we were going to come here at 8:30. It's now 5 to 2. So yeah, Epicurious.
All I could do is... Have you lost the use of your voice? Mouth? It's too hot.
Yeah, apologies. Not that we make much sense anyway, but I think the next little section as we tour, I can't even remember what this place is called. Epicurious. We might not be making much sense. Did we mention it's warm? And by the way, it's €12 per person. There are a couple of days a year that you can get in for free, but yeah, €12 a person. And we're starting off where else? Information boards. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And apparently you can come here and watch concerts as well. Do you reckon old Swifties coming here? Do a concert?
I think it's a 12,000 seater, apparently.
Wow. We're going to run up to the top. Goodness me, impressive. Wow. It's actually in better nick than Old Trafford. Oh yeah, look. Reading the information signs. 4th century BC. Looks like we're going up.
Yeah, apparently the acoustics are really good. And these were the lowest seats for the seats of honour because they had backrests or something where you could see here. They would have had backrests. And then these were the changing rooms were over here and they had the scenes attached and the orchestra would have been in here. And it's 4th BC it was created. But it's associated with a cult as well, apparently, and animal sacrifice and stuff, which isn't so good. So there you go.
There you go.
I can't remember what the cult's called. It began with a A, but it had a weird name. So
We're going up.
Are you ready? Oh.
You're still squeaking. Well, that is blooming impressive.
Very, very amazing. I was trying to persuade Nigel to go down and do a performance, but he won't.
Last thing people want to see. No, really, really cool. And it's great actually, you literally 2 minutes from the car park and then you just sort of rise up the steps and it's just there. So impressive.
Beautiful.
And yeah, seeing a show here must be incredible. I think they put shows on in August, did you say?
There's one advertised for August, yeah. That would be pretty special, I think.
Unbelievable. What did you just say?
There's 49 ruins.
Make that 50.
I'm not sure I could even be bothered to read about that many.
And this is the archaeological site of Epicurious.
Yes, there's 49 different buildings that they've identified in this area alone. Oh, it's too hot for that many.
Goodness me, there appears to be a whirlwind going on out there. That's probably right where we parked the van as well. Good job we haven't washed it yet. So this area here, apparently, the locals came to get healed. Witch doctory by the sound of things. A man with a wound on his toe was healed by a serpent. He was in a terrible state when the temple servants transferred him and sat him on a seat. When sleep came upon him, a snake came out of the abaton and healed his toe with its tongue. When the patient woke up and realized he was healed, he said he had seen in his dream a handsome youth putting a drug upon his toe. I reckon they just give him drugs. He was like, woo, I'm healed. I've got a sore toe. Not sure I'd want a snake to come and kiss it better than. So as well as healing toes, it turns out down in that room.
Yeah, so that's when I should have come when I couldn't get pregnant. Turns out if you lay in this healing house, go to sleep, handsome boy comes and touches your belly and then you give birth to a son. I think more than just his hand on a belly happened in there.
Hey, I'll be watching you in 9 months' time. You were down there quite a while. Well, that was mighty impressive.
I tell you what though, either come in the winter or first thing in the morning, because I love my history and reading things, but even I can't do it in this.
It's starting to get a bit too hot to be out in that sun. So we're going to head back to the van via the museum. Got about a half an hour's drive back to our park up for the evening, where we hope we might have a little bit of a breeze through the van.
Yeah, you just don't realise how this takes it out of you. Yeah. I'm exhausted and we've only been here, what, just over an hour? Yeah. Just beat. Oh, I tell you what though, we heard somebody giving a tour walking around, and I think that would actually be quite worthwhile here, because I think there's a lot of history, and without having to read all the boards, of which there's quite a few, you could get quite a good overview of what the whole Epidaurus was about. So maybe consider something like that. I think that would be quite good. I know you'd get bored, but...
Oh, and by the way, I went to send a picture to my family. I was typing in Epidaurus, and my iPhone changed the name, autocorrect, to Epicurious. See you in a bit. Well, good morning guys. So we drove back to a place that we were. Apologies for the groaning and moaning, by the way, in the background.
I didn't sleep very well, I'm so tired.
It's 6:45 in the morning and we're heading out for a little early morning run. But yeah, we're back in Naflio, which is, as you'll see from this little bit of footage, a really beautiful town. And yeah, so now we're going to head out for a very early morning run, get back, get changed.
Is that Tiddles? That's Tiddles.
That is Tiddles.
Oh.
We'll be right back with you for our outro. Good
morning. Hello. Hello, sweetie.
Good morning, Tiddles. Good morning, Tiddles.
Should we give it a little bit?
Yeah. Right, so that's a little bit of food given out to Tiddles. See you, Tiddles. And say we're off to do a morning run.
It's the same I've just put down there.
Doesn't speak human. Yeah, look, pussycats.
There's a load along there. Goodness knows, so many. Hello.
It's quite a nice way to run. Run a bit, feed the stray cats, run a bit more, feed the stray cats.
I'm really out of food.
Triplets. It is like directing a zombie first thing in the morning. In fact, you'd have more chance of getting a zombie direction in the morning. So we're going to get this one running, do a little bit of a loop around the headland here in Naflio, and then moving on. But I guess, as always, that will be a story for next time. Once again, from Tweedledee and Tweedledummer, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, summer in Greece.
When I might be awake.
Take care, guys. Bye bye. Right, come on, you. Let's get running.
All right.